Hi students, welcome to Chakravarthy E Classroom. Today we are going to discuss one more question from time and distance chapter. See students, this question is a good question, good in the sense to learn a shortcut, a particular shortcut. This question is one of the classic examples to apply that shortcut. And moreover, this question has been taken from the previous year competitive exams. Not only in one exams, but more than 4 or 5 times I have seen this question in various competitive exams. Nowadays, they are not giving this type of very simple questions in the examinations, but the questions nowadays they are giving are based on this type of logics actually. So learning this question is quite inevitable for us. All right. So now, how to go for this one? One thing I'll tell you students, the right time to solve this question is not more than 30 seconds. That's it. The students who are in practice, just pause the video and try to do it by yourself. I'll give you the answer also first. So that is this option. 1120 kilometers is the distance. Pause the video, do it by yourself, try by doing yourself. All right, and record the timing. I'm talking about the students who are already in practice. The beginners don't worry about the timing, just focus on the accuracy. Okay, right, let me start this one. First, try to understand the question properly. What exactly they have given? Two trains start from at the same start from a place actually. Start from a place. Otherwise, it should be two trains start at the same time from two stations. You just leave this. Grammatically, it is wrong. All right. Two trains start at the same time from two stations and proceed towards each other at speed of 90 and 70 kilometers respectively. Always remember students, I have been telling you the same thing while doing arithmetic problems or reasoning problems in the exam or in the practice session. Don't read the question as a news in the newspaper. Always focus on that one. While reading the question only, you have to prepare the blueprint by identifying the keywords in the question. What are the keywords here? Two trains start at the same time. These are the keywords. They started at the same time from two stations and proceed towards each other at speed of 90 and 70 kilometers per hour respectively. Just imagine the scenario here. The scenario is like this. This is one of the stations and this is the other station. Suppose train 1 is starting from here, train 2 is here. Let's take this is 90 kilometers per hour and this is 70 kilometers per hour. Both are traveling towards each other. This is what exactly they have given. But remember students, this happened at the same time. Both started at the same time. Suppose this started at 7 a.m. For example, I'm telling you. This must start at 7 a.m. only, isn't it? Both started. This is the scenario. Then after that, what they have given, when they meet, it is found that one train has traveled 140 kilometers more than the other. Then what is the distance between the two stations? What a fantastic question this one. Why I'm telling you fantastic? You can do this question. You can solve this question even without writing anything on the paper. Simply you can do that one. How? You see this one. Now they observed second scenario. What is that one? On the way, for example, somewhere they have met here at this point. It is observed that one train traveled 140 kilometers more than the other. If that is the case, what is the distance between two stations from here to here? Alright, how to do this one? If you apply the algebra, if you apply pure conventional mathematical way, in that case it will be taking not more than 2 to 3 minutes, minimum 3 minutes, and 1 page explanation is required. For that one you need to do on paper. But students, here I am going to solve this question even without writing anything on the paper by using a simple trick, a simple short trick. What is that one? Just keep this one aside, may be useful for us later. Just I am keeping it aside. Just keep it here for our reference. Alright, now go for this one. I'm going to use the technique how I have done in the previous session. Even I'm giving you the link of the previous video in the description box. You do go through that one because that question also solved with similar technique. Okay, now here first of all you should know the relationship among speed, time and distance. Remember, in the previous session, just go through that video also, because that's very important question like this. In the previous question, what happened there? Distance was constant. Just refer that video. Then we took the relationship between speed and time. When distance is same for both the objects or constant, speed is inversely proportional to time. That means when distance is constant, the more speed you go, the less time you take. Alright, or the less speed you go, the more time correspondingly you will take. Isn't it? Now, here in this question, observe carefully, the keyword suggests that both started at the same time and both met here by traveling the same time. For example, one train traveled for 2 hours, second train also traveled for 2 hours, because both started at the same time and they met here. That means both are in motion. That means both traveled for the same time. Here the time is constant. When time is constant or same for both the objects, the relationship between speed and distance is, what is that one? Directly proportional, isn't it? That means the more speed you go when time is same, the more speed you go, the more distance you cover correspondingly. Yes or no? Right? The less speed you go, the less distance you cover. This is the relationship between speed and distance when time is constant. Let's go a little further. In this scenario, when time is constant for both the things, in this scenario, if you know the speed ratio, automatically we can equalize the speed ratio to that of the distance. That's it. Because time is constant, this technique I am going to use here. The speed ratio can be equalized to distance ratio. How? Now here you take train 1 is to train 2. First you take the speed ratio. They have given directly 90 and 70. One train is 90, other one is 70, means the speed ratio is 9:7. Isn't it? When time is constant, the speed ratio can be equalized to distance ratio also. Distance ratio also 9:7. What's the meaning of this one? The very meaning of this one is, if the total distance is 9 plus 7, 16 kilometers, out of these 16 kilometers, the first train traveled for 9 kilometers, second traveled for 7. That's all. How simple this one. Alright, so here I have explained all these things for your sake. When you yourself is doing the question, no need of this explanation. Directly how would you come to this conclusion? While reading the question, the keyword suggests that both train traveled for the same time. That means time is constant, speed equal to distance. I can equalize the ratio. Speed ratio is 9:7. Then the distance ratio is also 9:7. That means total distance is 9 plus 7, 16. One train travel for 9 kilometers, second travel for 7. That's all. Now these are my imaginary figures. But in actual problem, they have given that the distance traveled by one train and the other train, the difference is 140 kilometers. Alright, now I am going to apply the unitary method. How? Here, according to the imaginary figures, my imaginary figures 9 kilometers and 7 kilometers, the difference is 2. If total distance is 16 kilometers, one train traveled 9, other one traveled 7 kilometers, the difference is 2, but actual difference is 140. Now I am going to apply the unitary method. What's the unitary method? Simple, students. If the difference is 2, my total distance is 16. Total distance is nothing but distance traveled by one train and the other one. That means from here to here. That's what they exactly asked. What is the distance between two stations? That is nothing but total distance traveled by both the trains here, isn't it? Now, when the difference is 2, total distance is 16. The distance between two stations is 16. When difference is 2, total distance is 16. Then the difference is 140. What is the total distance? That's it. What's the total distance here? Simply this is, I'll do here 140 by 2 into 16. Quickly you can do this one. This is 70, 16 sevens, 112 and then 0. This is my answer. Alright, 1120 kilometers is my answer. How simple, students, this one. Alright, if you know the technique, it is so easy. It's a cakewalk for you. It's a peanut for you. This question is a peanut, provided you know the technique here. To know this technique, you should understand the relationship among speed, time and distance. To understand that one, you should know the basics. This is applicable for all the 24 chapters in quantitative aptitude. If you know the basics properly, you can develop the shortcuts by yourself. Don't learn the shortcuts in the air. Somewhere you will go wrong. Alright, always develop the shortcuts with the help of the basics only. Here, instead of using algebra, I have done the question within seconds on this way. Always you have to habituate to this type of methods. Only then you are going to get the success. See, students, this aptitude portion, quantitative aptitude or reasoning, are nowadays very important for you, and these two papers are there in almost every competitive exam in our country. Not only for government jobs, not only for private jobs, even for campus recruitment tests, and by the way, for the departmental tests and admission test, like the topmost admission test is CAT exam in our country. Right from CAT down the line you take small exams like CLAT for law entrance, for all the things, CUET exam, MAT exam, whatever the exam you name, every exam these two papers are there. For that reason, I advise all the students to get grip over the aptitude so that you can easily crack the examination of your choice. Okay, thank you so much, students, and request all of you to share this video with all your circles so that even other students may be benefited, and at the same time we will be motivated. All right, and by the way, students, those students who would like to join the regular course, you can download our mobile app from Android, that is Chakravarthy Classroom, and register yourself there. We have given more than 100 courses there. You can join a course of your choice according to your convenience. Thank you very much, students.